Awesome. Well, thank you, and we are really excited to be here. I got to kick it off with what kept me up last night. And I feel like I think it was Russ that tried to jinx us and say that we weren't going to have any power. But it didn't happen. We're here. So we'll go ahead and get started with intros. I'm Sammy Shaffer, Director of Marketing for City Barbeque, which we've been around for 25 years, 70 locations, kind of in the Midwest region. I've been with the company for 16 years, and I'm really passionate about loyalty. We've got a great program that we started in 2015, so go ahead and kick it to you.
Okay, you weren't kidding about the brightness.
I know.
John Asher, CMO for Nekter Juice Bar. We specialize in juices, smoothies, acai bowls, made with full real ingredients, natural, fresh, no added fillers or flavors or artificial ingredients or any of that bad stuff. It's really a difference you can taste, and you even feel better. So I think that's probably enough about me.
Awesome. I'm Joanna, the Senior Director of Loyalty and Digital for Zaxby's. I joined Zaxby's about a year ago. Prior to Zaxby's, I was with Dunkin' for over 13 years. So spent a lot of my time launching the new Dunkin' Rewards program. Fun fact about me, I spoke at a Media Post Summit event back in 2020 when it was completely virtual and on Zoom. John, I know you were mentioning a lot about Park City, but I think that event might have topped Park City because I didn't actually get to meet anyone in person. So super excited to be here, and it's been great chatting with all of you guys over the past week.
Hi, everyone. I'm Bryan. I am with Willy's Mexicana Grill and have been with them for a year and a half, a little over, I believe. For those of you who are not familiar with Willy's, we are a 28-unit fast casual brand that has been around for 29 years. So we have our big party this year, bigger next year, of course, being 30. What's interesting about us is that we make everything fresh to order, and also we have everything that's scratch made. So you can think about our pico de gallo and all of our guacamole and all of our sauces that's made in-house. So the other thing that's big about us is that we are all about the bowls and the burritos, and you can make it yourself, right? So you get into the line and you can make anything that you want. And that's what people really, really love about us more than anything. So we're very excited about that. But the other piece about all of this, too, is that we have another brand, which is our spicy sister. It's Howlin' Willie's Hot Chicken. And we just opened our 4th location in Atlanta. So when it comes to, I think you're going to get to it, but did you want to talk about rewards and all that? And
Yeah,
see, I remember.
Exactly. Yeah, let's talk
Why
about
we're here, right?
Our programs, like the base program that each of us run, and kind of like just base level.
Yeah, so going into that piece of it, it's, when we think about our loyalty, what's really unique about our Willy Good Rewards, which is so cute, right? To say Willy Good Rewards, is that it's really, you get 2 in 1. So it's it's a 10 points for every dollar spent, and you can utilize that for either one of our 2 brands. So if you go into Willy's or Howlin' Willie's, you can accumulate any of your earnings, and then you can also get rewarded once your points unlock. So it's pretty unique to have 2 different brands within one loyalty program.
Joanna, you want to talk about yours?
Our program is very similar to Sam's. We also do 10 points per dollar. But unlike a lot of the brands that spoke here this week, we just relaunched our program in 2022. So we're still pretty new in our loyalty journey, testing a lot of offers right now. As Melissa was saying yesterday, we do a lot of gated offers. We are forcing you to try online ordering. It makes it easier for our crew, but many of our consumers have never ordered online before. They like talking to the crew member. So it's been an interesting experience. We also do a lot of local sponsorships. I know I think it was Tuesday, Jamie mentioned, the UGA partnerships that they're doing, Go Dogs. We also have a really big partnership with UGA, where in the past, a chicken used to dance in the stand somewhere, and it was like, cool, Zaxby's is here. We converted that to a completely digital offer. So at the start of all of their home games last year, we gave a promo code out, which actually attracted new members into the program. And if UGA sacked the opposing quarterback, the next day everybody got an offer. So it was super fun to see. We activated on our channels, they did it on theirs, and we're just growing our program, trying to drive acquisition right now too.
We're pretty similar. We only give 3 points per dollar, so I'm feeling a little stingy right now with your 10 points. We started our program in 2015. We've changed a little bit since then, but we have over 2 million people in our loyalty database and at 215 locations. I think we're doing pretty well, but we have points unlock redeemables as well. So as you earn points, you can unlock offers like a free juice, free smoothie, free acai bowl.
Awesome. Yeah, and at Citi, we actually are still at the 1 point for every dollar spent, and then when you reach 100 points, you get banked rewards.
Now I feel better.
Exactly. You're welcome. You're welcome.
I think we all win. We win.
Yeah.
Well, listen, we don't know. We're all trying to figure it out. Am I right? But as I know, we all have struggled with, like, the macro environment right now is hard, and everybody's wallet is pinched. And as a restaurant group, every one of us is facing it. Like they were just mentioning, even with grocery stores, we're competing now. So how has that shifted your overall loyalty strategy, if it has, and or is going to, and just your offer strategy? Because I know Jay's topic is, everyone's price sensitive, and have you found yourself increasing offers or just in general? Tell me a little bit about that, and we'll start with Joanna.
Yeah, I would say offers are a little bit of a drug for us, right? You kind of push it in at the last minute. We know it does tend to, drive sales immediately. So we've been testing a lot, as I mentioned earlier. We've been trying to incorporate an offer to really, again, grow our program and drive acquisition. So every time we launch a new product, we try to introduce it online through our program. So I know, Nicole, you were just talking about Raising Cane's. We have a partnership right now with Mr. Beast that's doing extremely well for us. And we actually created a double points offer to get the word out to our members early. He's doing a lot of different integrations to incorporate various offers. So again, we're still kind of at this new stage of loyalty, but trying to figure out what's growing engagement for us and really what that sticking point is for our loyalty members as well. So really trying to use it to drive awareness. Hopefully we'll get to that experiential stage at some point of new menu items in the app or rewards members get exclusive deals. We're not there just yet, but it's on our radar for sure.
John, what about you?
When you ask that, I'm like, no, we haven't made any changes. It's been 8 years, but I'm just realizing we've made a lot of little changes over the years. So we kicked things off, it was 10 visits equals 1 free menu item. Then I would say about 3 or 4 years, we turned to points unlock redeemables. Right now, we just, so we have our points unlock redeemables. We just made some slight changes to that to keep up with the inflation of our menu items, to keep our discount rate similar. We had to hike those up, a little bit, like 20, 25 points here and there. So we've been making a lot of little changes like this. Also, we've had so much data over all these years that with every offer, we pretty much know how it's going to perform. We know, what's the conversion rate going to be, how much revenue is it going to drive. So everything that we map out in our calendar, we know, okay, this is a slow period or slow year. Let's do a little deeper discount. Or summer's approaching now, people are going to come to us no matter what. We don't have to discount as much. So it's just little things like that when I think about it now, okay, it's a refined machine, but when we started, it was a little bit different.
Makes total sense. Sam, what about you?
So we're pretty new, like babies at this right now. We're in the infantile stage of loyalty. So we actually started back in January this past year. And so right now, as we learn through it, we do the typical things, like your welcome offer, the 30-day lapsed user type offers. And then what really, really gets us going is when we do event type offers. So if it's like a national burrito day or anything like that, where you have to be a loyalty member, those are the things that are really driving the incremental and just driving the business for us when it comes to loyalty. So those are definitely the things that we want to keep doing throughout. I think I saw somebody yesterday talking about it. So it's really beneficial to incorporate that into it. And again, we're still new. We're learning to see what's out there and what's working, but that's what we're doing right now.
Awesome. Yeah, I mentioned this in the roundtable yesterday, but I thought it was interesting. We've been testing different offers as well. And in April, we did an ABC test where because we had been doing a lot of those national days too, and really seeing it pulse in, but not sure what of it was incremental versus, did they just come in that day versus the next day. So we did 3 different groups. The first group was, we told them about their offers that they were going to get that month and when they were going to get it. And then second group was they just got the offer. We called it business as usual. That's what we would have done. And then the third group, we just gave them their offers at the beginning of the month and reminded them about them. And it was crazy. It was like 10 times better conversion rates in that third group where they got to choose when they used the offer. So it was pretty interesting. And kind of shift gears a little bit. I know, Erin, you mentioned this both today and yesterday about loyalty, not just being about a program, but that little L, really creating that loyal guest. And Melissa even mentioned, not wanting to be a discount brand, because that's really not a long-term strategy. So, and I think we're all there, Nobody wants to say, yeah, I'm a discount brand. I love coupon followers, So what kind of data do you currently utilize that helps inform those decisions and how, even just to help create that loyal following outside of even the program itself? And we're going to start with John.
So like I said, we have a huge amount of data. We can see that if we just remind people that we're there, that's going to drive a huge amount of revenue. There's obviously some guests we can do AI-based offers and segment. The AI will tell us, okay, we think this person will come in with a $1, $2, $3 discount. These people just say, hey, we miss you, here's your favorite order, here's a one-button click. Some really like to have this overall experience, so we provide those as well. So we just launched some new pitaya-based menu items. They're delicious, try them out, they're beautiful, they look like tie-dye, there's passion fruit, there's pitaya. But our loyalty members got a week of early access, so they got to try them before anybody else. And then we've had some that are just only available in the app. We had some really cool Halloween things, one that looked like Frankenstein. There's a vampire acai bowl that had like some red chia seeds, also delicious. So really we try to run the gamut of different things, whether it's experiences, discounts, or just saying hi, or we miss you, or we know this is your favorite item, we haven't seen you in 60 days, here's a discount on your juice because we know you're a juice user. So we do a lot of segmentation and customization in that way.
And do you get that data from the platform that you use for loyalty, or do you get it from an outside?
We have tried
CDP.
both ways.
Okay.
We've worked with AI-based companies where we have to give them all of our data and they come up with things. But a lot of our always-on campaigns, we miss you 30, 60, 90 days. That's just based on tags within our platform. We know, okay, this person predominantly buys acai bowls or smoothies and we haven't seen them in 3 days or 60 days. So we can kick off a series of emails to get them back in the stores.
That's really smart. Yeah, we've got kind of a spray and pray labs campaign right now. We're hoping to get, when our CDP comes on, a little bit more segmented. But that's really smart to, even with the spray and pray, like 30 days, and what do they like the most? So it's a good takeaway. Thank you. Joanna, what about you?
Yeah, so like you just mentioned about CDP, we're in the very early days of that, but we have a lot of first-party data. It's just been very siloed, and my team has, believe it or not, never been able to see product-level data. As a marketer, it's kind of like, oh gosh, who do I go to get that? So we just launched a CDP with mParticle a couple weeks ago, but really using that as our personalized offer and targeting offer strategy. So that's the goal for us, to really stop doing those national mass blast offers to everybody and really target more effectively. And I feel like that was a theme of a lot of the conversations this week on driving to personalization.
I'm super jealous. I would love to have a CDP. There's a whole tech stack I'm dying to have. I'm asking for Christmas. And I hope I get my wish. I was spoiled before I was an Inspire brand, so you get a little all the things. And so with a smaller company, you don't get all the things. So it's baby steps for us. So right now, we're utilizing loyalty to the best of our ability. It's a very small amount of people that actually come in, but at least we're learning a little bit from them, especially from our OLO partners too. Those are the platforms we're using when it comes to how we're going to go after our media, our lookalike audiences, and the segmentation piece through our loyalty provider. So we are able to do some personalizations that way too. So those little things are helping us. And then that's, unfortunately, one day, if I'm here again, I'm going to have a CDP. Where's the vendors?
Yeah, exactly.
I need one.
Yeah, I feel very lucky. We just had our kickoff yesterday, and I'm overwhelmed. I'm like, I've got all the data.
It's very
now,
overwhelming.
What do I do? Yeah.
I don't know where to start.
What questions am I trying to answer? So kind of going back to what we talked about before, a little bit before with, we all know that consumers are just fed up with the price increases at this point. And And to kind of balance the, not trying to discount too much. Some folks have already mentioned this, and I know that I've been reading about soft offers or experiential offers, which John, you kind of touched on a little bit. But have you guys tried any of those or hope to? And I know my list says that Sam's going to go first, but since John already touched on it, I'm going to have you talk a little bit more about that. Some of those different kinds of just not straight up discounts.
Yes, so we're doing a lot of product innovation, so adding new flavors, adding new features, making things Instagrammable while also being delicious, and really hammering home the messaging of who we are. We make house-made cashew milk in-house because it's not going to have gums and inflammatory ingredients, and we use coconut water, and those are the only fillers we have. We're not going to have yogurts and processed ingredients. So a lot of it is just telling about the value proposition and really doing it in a unique way where it sticks with people and they understand oh, if I eat this, not only do I feel better, but right now our Batalla program, you're contributing to the farmers who are in Nicaragua. They hire single mothers and it's an organic farm. So telling a holistic story of not oh, I'm just eating this whole, but where is it coming from? Why is it good for you? What is the quality involved? And then, we wrap that into all of our promotions and omnichannel marketing experience, and making it beautiful and making it delicious.
Very cool. And do you do anything where your loyalty members get early access to an LTO or?
Yes, so they got early access to this one. Right now you get a discount for the first week so you can try it. So really just helping get our most loyal members in the door, trying it, talking about it, so they can tell their friends, hey, I got early access, they feel a little more special. And it seems to work really well and they get excited about it.
Very cool. Sam, what about you?
We don't really discount. We're like you. It's all about the value, right? You already get free chips and salsa with all your meals, and we're already a better value, honestly, than our competitors. So we are like the David of the Goliaths. It's very difficult in that sense, but at the same time, we are new at the loyalty program. There is a price hike. It's happening everywhere. Is this on camera, right? I'm not going to say anything. It's happening. Pricing's happening. But we look at, there's the loyalty consumer, and then there's the loyalty program. So we have to kind of balance both, since the program is so relatively new to us, that we do need to start incorporating some things that are discount driven temporarily. So just to see if we can drive the traffic in, can we steal a little bit of share from the Goliaths out there? And then from there, we'll be able to also hopefully get them hooked on to our loyalty offer, which is by far the best one that's out there in our competitive set. So that's kind of how we're looking at it. We look at ourselves as a value brand as it is, because of what all you get, the substantial amount for the affordability piece, and then just being able to do some things here and there to tweak.
Yep, very cool. Joanna, what about you?
I mean, I talked about it earlier, we're trying to get into that. We have a little bit of ops. I'm not sure if other people in the room face this, but ops can be a little bit tough sometimes. Like, hey, we don't know, that's pretty risky to put it in the app. Are we sure we want to do that? So we're trying to do more of that exclusive. App members get, the first to hear about it, or 1 week of an offer, app only. We know it's on our radar, and we're just trying to get over some of those speed bumps a little bit.
Yeah, it's super tough.
Yeah.
Sweating every time.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you learn that one of your menu items that you're just launched an offer with has a second PLU, and so it's not working for 2 straight days, and no one tells you about it, so that's always fun too. All right, we're gonna wrap up with, so Sam, at the round table yesterday, you asked this question, and I think it's a really great question. And I'm just gonna direct it to Joanna, because we already know. But the question is, what is one thing that you've learned not to do? Failure's not an option, but it's learnings.
This is a tough one. So when I joined Zaxby's, again, they had already relaunched their loyalty program. The team did an awesome job getting it live. And I'm sorry, I'm falling off the chair right now. So I'm slipping down, so trying to keep myself composed here.
Cozy, but they're not.
They're a little slippery. Anyway, I'm not really that nervous. I'm just gripping the chair. So the team had launched the loyalty program before I got there, and we decided to do a pretty aggressive onboarding offer. It was a rich, one free meal, no purchase necessary. And so we left it on for a pretty long time, probably a little bit too long, and it drove acquisition. That was the goal, right? Drive new members in. I think, unfortunately, we don't know if they're the most quality users of the program, and we're working with the CDP, obviously, right now to maybe try to clean some of that up. But my advice would be, if you have a new program, definitely do an onboarding offer. They work great, but I'd probably tie it to a purchase of some sort, so you're just not giving away stuff. Or, maybe after your first purchase, you got something free. Don't just give it all away. And we have a little bit of shock within our system from that offer still. So,
Because basically, people could just keep signing up.
yeah, and
getting
we have obviously fraud controls, but web isn't, I don't think, as tight at the time. And our franchisees were just, pretty upset that LeBron James kept coming in every day and to get the offer, and it wasn't him. So, yeah. So again, lesson learned, but just my advice out there, onboarding offers work great, especially in a new member journey, but just be careful. And I think, as Melissa shared a lot yesterday, definitely gate them, make it hard for the consumer to get it a little bit.
Well, thank you for that. And I think we're at time here.
Yeah, Joanna, I'll start with one question. If it was actually LeBron James, do you think your franchisees would still be as pissed?
I don't even know if they would know, but no, I think that would have maybe helped it. But we were getting a lot of those. We were getting, again, a lot of the Jesuses of the world, and it just, unfortunately, it's a little bit of
Jesus.
Yeah, it was. We heard about it a lot, and unfortunately, again, the challenge was a lot of our discounting was happening outside the app too. So we're bringing all these new users, and we really weren't focused on engagement, and that's what we've decided to do and kind of change and turn around. So fascinating ride. Again, we're still learning too, but maybe something not to do.
It sounds like a huge opportunity.
Try it out.
LeBron James signed up for
Right, yeah, that's gonna go viral, right? Yeah.
LeBron James and Jesus both eat at Zaxby's, right? Yeah. Questions from the audience? Y'all don't make me call on somebody.
Everybody's ready
Justin, I'm sitting right here. All right, I have one more. You guys talked a little bit about testing lots of different offers, right? And then Melissa yesterday said free smoothie is just what works for her. How many different variety of offers do you really need?
Depends, I think. What we were talking about. I'm really excited to get the CDP and learn more about really getting to specific people, like John mentioned, this person just needs an email reminder. This person needs $1 off. This person understands the program and loves double points. Right now, I'm, like I said before, spray and pray, hoping for the best. But so I'm really excited about that. I mean, for us, we found that it's $1 off, and then we know there's a segment of our loyalty group that likes double points or bonus points, but. At this point, don't really know.
We do a lot of BOGO offers too, so buy one, get one. You have to buy with something to get it free. Those seem to do really well from a shareable standpoint. People come and bring their family too.
I have 3 or 4 core offers. If I know there's going to be weather coming in and we're going to lose X amount of revenue, I can make up for that with certain offers. I know exactly what they're going to drive, almost to the dollar.
Yeah.
So we'll make those available to franchisees to reach out to us anytime if they know that they've got something coming. And then, we've got a ton of other offers we've played around with. We tried free. That really upset our franchisees, so we don't do too much of that. We've got a bunch on deck.
I knew you were going to rat it.
You pressured me to think of one. Actually, Justin from CC's Pizza. We don't have a loyalty program anymore because we had very, very low engagement, and it was more of a hassle operationally than it was a benefit to the business. But I'm just curious, from your perspective, maybe a bit too specific a question, but what would be your benchmark for kind of after that initial offer where you get people to sign up, keeping people engaged, let's say 6 months? What would be a benchmark percentage that would make you happy if this is the percentage of people after sign up that continue to use the loyalty program? If you have any thoughts.
Our goal is 32%, but that's the stretch goal. So, but we have found that from sign up to 1 and 1 to 2 is key. So that's what we keep trial and error A/B testing which offers, but we're kind of in that 40% right now. But yeah, I don't know about you guys.
I mean, we're really focused on active rates as a whole. So, just how frequently can we, win you back from an incrementality standpoint? Can we get you to come one more time with loyalty? Again, for us, we're still focused on driving the foundation of the program, so getting that user base up, and then hopefully about half of that is active and coming in within the past 12 months, if not the past 6 months. So a little bit of a stretch goal for us.
We have very habitual users, so we like to keep ours 60 to 70%, so it's pretty up there, but also we have over 30% participation rate in our program, so it kind of makes sense for us.
Yeah, it's always been so weird to me. Like, why do you sign up and download an app and then just don't come in or use it? I don't understand why
For the
my goal
free
is
offer.
40%.
You get the free offer. And
Yeah,
you're
but you
done.
don't even use it. I don't understand it. But yeah.
Awesome. Sam, Joanna, John, Sammy, thank you guys so much.